Good morning. I'm going to try to make this quick, but that never seems to happen. So I wanted to answer a question in video form instead of trying to type it all out. So how do there was a two-part question, but how do I get my dog to stop licking me? So I can imagine it's one of those, a lot of dogs lick, compulsive licking. Who's going to lick you? So the answer to that, it's going to be the exact same answer to any question that starts, how do I get my dog to stop? Fill in the blank. So how you get your dog to stop doing any unwanted behavior is always going to be the same thing, same answer. Punishment. Correct punishment. So you're never going to get rid of a behavior by teaching a different behavior, rewarding good behavior, any of that stuff. You have to correct or to punish any unwanted behavior if you want it to stop. That's just the facts. A lot of people will say otherwise. Don't tell your dog no. Give them treats for what you do want. Reward that, all kinds of things, redirect them, blah, blah, blah. First of all, that's never, if ever, hardly ever, maybe, helped some dogs a little bit after a long time. It's almost impossible to ever stop an unwanted behavior by doing any of those other things, by reinforcing a different behavior, teaching a different behavior, blah, blah, blah. You still have the unwanted behavior. So no matter what other people say, because it sounds nice and warm and fuzzy and it's what people want to hear, it's not true. It doesn't work. It's a lie. You have to correct / punish, whatever you want to call it, an unwanted behavior if you want it to stop. So most people don't know how to do a proper punishment. That's also a problem. They think they're correcting their dogs, punishing their dogs, but they're not, and they could be making things worse because they don't know how to give a proper punishment. So what's proper punishment? Anything that the dog finds, any consequence that the dog finds intolerable, whatever the word is, more motivating than the behavior. The behavior that it's doing, wow, that sucks. When I do that, that sucks. So what does that look like? Tons of things. If your dogs are remote collar trained, you can use a remote collar correction. On leash, a leash pop, little things of compressed air, pet convincers, pet correctors, those are great. A bonker, which is a rolled up towel. You name it. But the thing is, when you do a correction, use a punishment, you have to not be angry, not be upset, not be yelling and screaming, any of that stuff. It has to be in the moment, 1 second, in the moment. Mark clearly what exactly it is that you do not like, and your punishment is in the moment, right then. Very calm, neutral energy, matter of fact, no anger, no irritation, upset, frustration, all that stuff. And it's right then in the moment and done, and you move on. You're back to the good stuff. So timeouts, yelling, screaming at your dog, putting him outside, locking him in the other room, whatever, all that stuff, those are not punishments, and actually making things worse. Raising our voices, yelling at our dogs, trying to shame them out of their bad behavior, all that does is make your dog afraid of you and not feel like you are an emotionally healthy person to be around, a safe energy to be around. So keep your energy calm and neutral. matter of fact, and learn how to properly punish behaviors that you don't want to end them. So, with the back to the licking thing, if the dog's remote collar trained, I'd use a remote collar. Otherwise, probably a bonker, which is a rolled up towel. Oh, last thing I forgot to say, punishment. Mark the action of the dog that you do not like. So if it's the licking, make sure you mark it in the moment with no, the word no, or whatever you want to use. But you have to have a marker word, sound, whatever it is, that lets your dog know that you don't like what they're doing. Then the punishment can follow. They connect the two. So dog's licking, no, and bonk with the towel. Bonk the dog, or use the pet convincer. Air. No, say no. Spray it. It could be a sound, you know, the dogs don't like. Find what your dog doesn't like, and that's your punisher. So mark it with no, a very calm, matter of fact, nope, and punish. That's the only way you're going to stop any unwanted behavior. So there's that. So I hope that's helpful. And if you have any questions how to properly punish, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And if you've got problems with this, if you don't like it, that's just the fact of being responsible for a canine, being responsible for a predator that is living with you. Dogs correct each other all the time, much harsher than we do, and it's got to be done. So you got to learn how to do it properly without all the emotional baggage that we humans like to carry around. Be able to just have clear, calm energy and communicate effectively with your dogs what is yes and what is no. Otherwise, you're just giving them half of the conversation and you're leaving them kind of stuck with the things that they shouldn't be doing. So we want to give them clear communication, crystal clear, yes and no. Actions, have our timing right, connect the word no to the punisher so that your no has value when you say no. Because people think they're saying no to their dog all the time, but the dog doesn't understand it. Dog doesn't really, no is meaningless. The word no is meaningless. So say the word no, then correct. So then from that way, your no has meaning to the dog. So anyway, hope that's helpful, and have a great day.